If you're watching, like I said, you're inspired to be abstinent, you're inspired to be celibate, or you're just curious, keep watching, because I'm going to go through these 7 reasons. And if this really blesses you, please share as well. I got my mocha green tea. I have green tea right now with me, so I'll be sipping that periodically. All right, so guys, let's do number 1. So the first reason I became abstinent, you guys, well, I have been abstinent. If you guys don't know, I have a testimony of abstinence. It is because sexual abstinence is the 100% guarantee of peace of mind in a relationship. So when I say that, you guys, it's the guarantee that you don't have to, be worried about a lot of guilt. You don't have to be worried about a lot of shame. You don't have to be worried about, just all of that comes in, like the war in your mind that comes in when you're doing something like you feel like it's against God. And so the reason why I chose to be abstinent is because, you guys, I love peace of mind. I love peace, knowing that if it doesn't work out with you, then I can walk away free and clear. You can walk away free and clear, and we're good. I'm not emotionally messed up, okay? And so number 1, you guys, is the peace of mind that comes when you're abstinent, okay? The second reason, you guys, and I have my notebook here, so let's see. My second reason for being abstinent, guys, is that this is gonna be a funny one, but it's really real. Or the reason why I've been abstinent, guys, is because being abstinent has shown me that kids are a lot of work. They are. And you guys know I love kids. I'm a teacher. But I want to have kids in the confines of marriage. I want to have kids in the confines of a marriage where I have a partner to raise my kids with. And so that is, for me, also a reason. And when you see some of these kids running around, y'all, you be like, Lord, like they're a blessing. I love my job. I love teaching kids, but they're definitely a responsibility. So number 2, you guys, that's the second reason. They're a lot of work, okay? So number 3, you guys, is that abstinence. Hey, you guys, and if this blesses you, feel free to share, you guys. Abstinence really does keep you mentally healthy as well. Hey sis, hey. Abstinence keeps you mentally healthy as well, you guys. So it's good for your mind. It's good for Chloe, you're a wonderful kid. No, it's good for your mind. Like I said, you guys, it's good for your heart. It's good for guarding your heart. I get so many DMs. You're welcome, Warren. I get so many DMs and so many messages from people. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Liana? Good to see you. From women who are really torn up, and they're torn up with regards to abstinence because they have given their body to a man. And just think about it, guys. We get emotionally attached when a guy makes promises to us. For me personally, I couldn't imagine being attached, and I've also given him my body. I've also shared with him my most intimate secrets. And so I really thank God for the blessing of being able to be abstinent and to not have sex with him, because once you do, it messes with your whole mind. You're planning your whole world. You done gave him your body. You done gave him so much, and he's just gone. You know what I mean? Like, he's gone. So yeah, that is my next reason. All right, you guys. The fourth reason is that abstinence ensures that I get to know the person to develop a relationship, okay? So that we really do get to know each other. And I find that just even in my dating journey, my dating experience, that getting to know them really does help. Hi, Uncle Jesse. Getting to know them really does help, because you get to know, the relationship is not built on sex. And I feel like that's what a lot of relationships are built on nowadays. But it's built on, let's get to know one another. Let's see, do we even have anything in common? Because although I haven't done it, you are only in bed with somebody for so long. But outside of that, can they be your best friend? Outside of that, can they be a person who you can confide in? Are they someone that you even like? And so being abstinent really allows for me, or allows for you, to be able to see, is this a person that I can be friends with outside of the bedroom? Is this a person that I can be friends with and that I actually like, not just like, what they do, but really like them as a person. And so it really gives a great basis for good conversation, and getting to know one another and seeing if we're compatible in the long run. Okay. And I've had some good courtships, you guys, and we didn't have to be super physically intimate for it to be good, or for it to be in depth. Okay. All right. So number 5. Okay, so let me go back through. So number 1, abstinence is the 100% guarantee of peace of mind in your relationship. Number 2, my personal reason, you guys, is about the kids and wanting to have a husband to raise my kids with. Number 3, abstinence keeps me mentally healthy. Number 4, abstinence ensures that I get to know the person. Number 5, you guys, is that abstinence gives me peace of mind in my walk with the Lord. So, me and God, I feel really good when we're close. You know what I mean? And so, whenever I do any type of sin, so it doesn't matter if it's sexual or not. If there is a distance between us because of like whatever sin I do, I'm automatically repenting. So, for me, it's just better if I don't even dibble and dabble into the sexual sin, because like I said, because of the guilt that can come along with that, the shame that can come along with that, and not even shame that the world puts on you, but because in the world it's fine, it's accepted. So I'm talking about the guilt and shame from my own personal walk with the Lord. And just even if you think about Adam and Eve and how they were really close to God at one point in the Garden of Eden, if you go back to that story, and then you see that when they sinned, it separated them from God. That's always been like one of my biggest things. I don't want there to be separation between me and the Lord. So that is why I choose abstinence as well, you guys, because my walk with God is more important to me than a man. And a lot of times, like, we'll just be like, oh, well, I've got a message such as this, and I've even felt this before. So I've got a message such as, well, if I don't have sex with him, he'll leave me. Well, then he was never there for the right reasons, right? So just, always keeping God first, always keeping him my first priority. And I was listening to a message by Apostle Matthew Stevenson yesterday, which basically was saying how he was saying that if you don't need it yet, then God won't give it to you. And if you do need it, then God will make sure you have it. And so I just believe that was so key when he said that, Apostle Matthew Stevenson said that, because it's so true. If and when I need, a husband needs to have sex in the confines of a relationship, I believe that God will give it to me, but clearly it's not a need at this time. And really putting that need into the Lord's hands and not putting it into my hands. Catherine says, I feel like so many men expect sex. This state and struggle is so real. Yeah, they do. Catherine, you're right. They do seem to expect sex. However, then it's like, and I know it's like, why can't they just do it? But it's up to us as the women to draw the boundary and draw the line and say, you know what? I don't feel good about having sex with you. I'm abstaining. I'm waiting. So we have to draw that boundary in line, which Catherine, I know you already know about. But they do. And so it is also a matter of just trusting God that he will bring a man who will not, I saw something about my connection going in and out, who will wait for us to have sex. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of trusting and waiting and believing. And I think Emily McKnight, she posted something today where someone else got engaged and someone else got married who had been waiting. And so those things are encouraging. Catherine says, this, tell me I'll be single forever. They say that to me too. But you know what? Just drown out the voices and really stay open to, I feel like, okay, as single women, sometimes we aren't open to dating guys who don't, maybe they're good guys, maybe they're Christian guys, but they don't look the part or aren't even cool enough to be the part. But maybe just staying open to some of those as well, because you never know, you know, how your husband, your potential husband may look or may be. But anyways, guys, so let me go on to my next point. Number 5 gives me peace of mind in my walk with the Lord. And you guys, peace of mind for me is just everything. Hi, Shay. Peace of mind for me is so key in my walk with God. Like, I love singing to him. I love spending time with him. And I'm really in a place right now, especially where I just want for God to really be my best friend. And, you know, really get into that place in your single walk. It took me some time to get to that place. And then there are seasons where you feel distant from God, where you feel like you're not as much in that place. But just keep pressing in. You know, go back to God and say, God, teach me how to make you my best friend, how to make you my main priority, how to make you my first love. So that's what I really desire, is for him to be my everything above having sex, above a relationship of my dreams, you know, or a marriage. Really making him my best friend. So number 6, you guys, abstinence, and this goes to Catherine's point. Abstinence rules out a lot of guys. Abstinence rules out a lot of guys who are not there for the right reasons. So a lot of guys who are there only because they're like, oh, you're so this, you're so that, you know, all these compliments, which I appreciate. But when you're abstinent, it really gives them a chance to see if they really think they can stick it out for the long haul, or if they really just feel like, oh, I got to go. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really, really allows for me to weed out a lot of guys whose motives aren't right, whose motives aren't, you know, pure, whose motives are to just, you know, let's see how many dates it takes for her to give in, and, you know, and then, you know, of course their plan is to ghost and go to the next one, right? So being abstinent really gives me a chance to really be treated like a daughter of the king, to not give in to temptation, to not give in to sex, to have my boundaries, and to yet still be sweet, and to see if they could see the prize that's in front of them, you know? So that's the other part about abstinence. Like I said, you guys, it rules out a lot of guys with wrong motives, wrong reasons, everything. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much that point. And then the last point, you guys, is that it is a beautiful gift to my husband. So if God says the same, when God says the same, you know, one day I'll be married, and it's going to be to a wonderful, godly man. And just being pure and waiting for him is just a gift all in itself. And so, you know, whether it is your day 1 of being abstinent, I always say this, your day 25 of being abstinent, or your 2 years of being abstinent or more, just continue on in your journey. And what I do when it gets hard, you guys, is that there's the train, is that I just pray, and I just ask God to just give more grace, more strength, you know what I mean? And he does. And so it's just been a really, really good blessing to be abstinent, and I owe it all to Jesus. So I hope that these points resonate with you. If you have questions, you can go ahead and type them up. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to connect a link below for my course, which is Celibate in the City, which can help you be celibate within your first 30 days and get through your first 30 days of celibacy, or even if you are celibate, just to continue to stay on that path. All right, so let me go back over my points, you guys, of my celibacy reasons. It's such a beautiful day. You guys see I'm at the park. It's so pretty. All right, so 7 reasons I chose to be abstinent. I said that my verse, hey Christy, good to see you. I said my verse was 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you except for what is common to man, but God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. So remember, you guys, like, being abstinent is possible. You know, waiting to have sex is possible. If we're being tempted, God won't let us be tempted beyond what we can bear, okay? So number one, I said sexual abstinence is the 100% guarantee of peace of mind in a relationship. All right, so all of that like going crazy because you gave them your body, you don't have to experience that, okay? Number two, I want to have kids when I'm ready for it in the confines of marriage, okay? So that's my personal reason. Nothing wrong with having kids before, if that's, you know, the path that you've chosen. But for me, that's one of my reasons. I want to have it with my husband, okay? Number three, abstinence keeps me mentally healthy. If there's a breakup, I don't have to go through all the depression, all the guilt, all that shame. Number four, abstinence ensures I get to know the person and develop an emotionally and spiritual relationship with them. That's deep, okay? Number five, abstinence gives me peace of mind in my walk with the Lord. Number six, abstinence rules out a lot of guys who are not there for the right reason. And let me see if I can scoot to like over here. All right, and my number seven is that abstinence is a beautiful gift to my future husband, okay? So I pray that, like I said, that me sharing these points have helped you also and made you want to continue on in your journey if you are abstinent or considering abstinence or thinking about abstinence, guys, because the peace alone, like above everything else, the peace that you feel with Jesus is so much worth it. All right, you guys? And there's so much joy in getting to know him and really making him your best friend. All right, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.